Why hello! Welcome to part 3 of my MetroCon video. This is the haul and a little bit about my thoughts. I kind of peppered my thoughts in about MetroCon over the past 2 videos, but as this is several weeks later because I am lazy, I have some updates about where we're at in Florida that I feel needs to be addressed, so the state of the panini. And how I'm so glad I didn't know this information before MetroCon, otherwise I might not have gone. Because I am immunocompromised and I am in serious trouble if I get sick. But to start off on happy news, I loved MetroCon. I think the extra time that they took putting it together, because they had to delay it last year because of the panini, obviously. So it definitely went to their advantage. They could have floated by and not done anything at all and just used the old material that they had instead of, like, I'm assuming they spruced it up because it seemed very contemporary, all of the material. I'm talking about the MetroCon itself. Hosted stuff, not necessarily like the side panels and rooms. I didn't actually get a chance to see a lot of them, which I'm very sad about, especially the resin koi pond, because that was one Nick really wanted to see. But as for MetroCon itself, did very good. I was impressed. They actually took the extra time to improve the quality of what is. I loved the masquerade ball so much. It wasn't just what people call nerd prom. It was like actually like interactive theater in a way, and just like the continuity they had from show to show to show of the entire theme, Mortals versus Machines. It was great. I'm very sad I'm going to be missing MetroCon next year because of my thru hike. I'm not sad about the being on a thru hike. I am stoked for my Appalachian Trail thru hike. What I am sad about is missing MetroCon because it's a little bit more up my alley. I've never really got into like anything super cyber when it comes to anime and video games. So like Cyberpunk 2077, Nick played a lot. But next year for MetroCon, the theme is going to be the weird versus the wild, which is way more up my alley. I'm sure if you've ever seen any of my Instagram posts, if you know me in person, you know that's more up my alley than cyber. I do want to get a little bit into cyber anime because, I don't know, I just feel like it makes sense. But we'll see. I have a personal issue watching like mech animes. Just because it's not my style, not that there's anything wrong with it, I just find most of them to be exceedingly boring. But that's my own personal taste, and the reason why I'm sharing that is because even with MetroCon being my most favorite theme this year, I still had a blast in all the shows, from the masquerade on Friday to the chess match, fire show. Metro Night Live was hilarious. The jokes from Metro Night Live, a lot of them went over my head. Because I understand nerd stuff, but I don't really pay attention outside of my specific niche. And still, I was laughing so hard because I didn't need to understand some of the jokes to understand what was funny, because they provided context within each skit. And that is something I find a lot of comedians have a hard time doing. They just assume that the audience knows everything, which is, I mean, fair. If you're going to an anime convention, you're going to assume everybody knows what you're talking about. But these people were so talented, like the context made it so easy. When people explained it to me after the show and during the show too, I was like, that makes sense. You know, I get that. That makes a lot of sense. So I loved it so much. I am gonna go a little bit out of order. Oh my gosh, I've reshot this so many times. I'm just such a disorganized person. Well, there it is. I'm such a disorganized person that I had to go back and rewrite everything I got because I wanted to make sure, not just for you guys, but also for myself, I wanted to know like the URLs of the places I purchased things from because I wanted to buy more things. But I did have an order, and this is the order I did in the last couple times I shot this. I wanted to change it up a little bit. I mean, as you can see, this is a different angle than what you guys are used to. I have no place to like shoot anything, so I'm stuck right now between my desk and this random shelving unit that I think I'm gonna put my jewelry on. But my craft room's not very big, and there's just too much stuff on the other side. I say it like it's so far away. It's like right here. Like right off camera is where I normally sit. It's a tiny room. So I'm just making do with what I have. And to go back to what I was saying earlier about Florida and how I want to go out of order now, I also am making do with what I have here. So this is one of the purchases. I'll get into the store because it's kind of complicated. Long story short, I don't know who sells these and I feel really bad, but I do have what I think to be one of two possible URLs because there were only 3 people at a table and I just have all 3 URLs down. But this mask, I'm very glad I got. It is really cute. It's got little cat donuts on it. In my head at MetroCon, I was still very hopeful. I was like, you know what? These variants, they're a little bit bad, but you know, people are being responsible. It's fine. I'm just gonna get this in case I feel sick once we're through this panini. Well, the pastrami's not done, and it just got worse because Florida's dumb, and I'm surrounded by people that don't believe in facts or science. And it's so much worse now and very dangerous, and help me because Florida is horrible. So I will be using this mask quite a bit. I like it. It's a double layer mask. It came with a filter and it has a spot to put a filter in. It's very comfortable. I like how adjustable it is, and the print is cute and it doesn't run when you wash it. One of the 2 possible vendors, let me just find it on my list because we're going out of order and that's not good for a person with my type of brain. One of the 2 possible vendors is either going to be Moshi Melon or Wrap 1993. Both URLs will be below. And by the way, I have URLs for almost everything here. I think there were only 3 URLs I wasn't able to get. One of them is because I couldn't find the vendor, so I was trying to go back and look at my PayPal and credit card information and my debit card information just to see where these people are, but that was hard to do on this one because I think we purchased it through Miss Freya's Apothecary, which is a soap place. It was all the same booth, all 3 of them. But everything else I have URLs for, so if you're interested in anything I'm showing you, or if you want to see more about the delightful works, then just go down in the description box. I'll put not just the URL and the shop name, but also what I purchased and in the order that I'm speaking in this video. Except for this mask, I am going to put this mask how it is on my note card. So when you hear me talk about soap, that is where I'm going to have the URL for this shop because they are together. To start off this list, I have some artwork. Every single year I love artwork, I love artists, I just think they're amazing. There were a lot of prints this year, which is fine because again, I like looking at the prints, but it's also bad for me because I like to limit myself on the number of prints I get. So I only purchased 2 prints this year, both from No Flutter. If you're into Sailor Moon, then you would see No Flutter on a lot of times on like a lot of fan art pages. It's because her stuff is absolutely amazing. I do have close-ups of these, which I'll be putting on the screen as I talk about each item. The first one is this Sailor Moon artwork, and she was like, I do have it without the blood, and I said, no, give me the blood. I want the bloody one. The second one I got from No Flutter was this She-Ra, because I also really like She-Ra and really like this style. Now, there were a couple items that I was specifically looking for at MetroCon. One was a cute pronoun pin, and I was so sad that they didn't really have very many vendors selling pronoun pins. So I guess I'm just gonna have to find one online. If anybody knows of any cute pronoun pin sellers, please link it to me in the comments below. I really want something cute. Think Lolita, think kawaii fashion in general, think anime themes like Sailor Moon, maybe even Demon Slayer, or video games like Zelda. That's what I really want, preferably something more kawaii, maybe something flowery, floral for Lolita. I'm not really sure what I want. But what I do know is they didn't really have cute pronoun pins at MetroCon. I mean, the pronoun pins weren't bad. I'm not saying they were bad, I wouldn't consider them aesthetically cute. They were just very straightforward. But the other thing I was looking for is for my thru hike. A lot of people tend to use the same gear. So I wanted stickers to put on my stuff so that nobody accidentally walks away with something that's mine. And so I can easily identify like my food bag when it's hung up in a tree. A lot of people would do those like reflective tape and like they'll put their trail name. So like my trail name, for instance, is Nature Girl. I would put like NG on it. But that's a little boring. And if I'm gonna be stuck in the forest for 8 months or 7 months, I don't know, my mom says we might be able to do it in 6. I don't really have high hopes. I'm a slow hiker. I kind of want to like feel cute even though we're going down to the bare basics of everything. So I got these Sailor Moon stickers from Moopah Creations. And then this is just like a cute little kawaii potion. But what I really like about Moopah Creations is not only just like this almost like holographicness to it, but also because she told me that she was selling Zelda stickers as I asked. There was like, Zelda's not very popular anymore. So when I saw these stickers, I was like, hey, you don't happen to have any Zelda stickers because I really like your style. And she said, yes, I do. I'm actually releasing some. So I'll be purchasing some Zelda stickers. I think when I looked online, it was the Master Sword. I'll be buying that for my thru hike, putting as part of my thru hike expenses. From Enchanted Shire, which is more of like a fandom-based store, I would say, I got 2 things. So the first, because of my condition, it's really hard for me to be in the sun for long. So I, of course, got this really cute umbrella. And the reason why I need a cute umbrella is when I'm in Lolita, I need to have something that isn't just like a boring like umbrella because it doesn't look right. I mean, this isn't gonna go with, I don't have any coordinates that match this, but at least the shape and like the color will fit it a lot better than just like a normal umbrella. And this is not only like for the sun, it's also waterproof. So I'm really happy about that. And the other thing I got were these wings, which kind of remind me of a Sindana in the video game Warframe. Sindana is just an attachment you put on your back. On your Warframe's back, that's what the thing it is that you're playing is called. Speaking of mechs, I like Warframe. My friend Spooky Meow took some shots of her with her Warframe Urali, and since we have a very similar aesthetic, actually we're basically twins in Warframe. Just imagine that this is me playing it, even though it's Spooky Meow, and she's amazing, and she's really good at coloring frames, and I could only hope to ever look just as beautiful as her frames do. But this is like the same floppiness as you can see in the video as those wings, and it's basically 2 of these wings put together. So I think that I'm going to buy a second pair. These are only $20, so very cheap. Relatively. It's not cheap if you're extremely poor, but relative to everything else at the convention, this is very cheap. I'm thinking I might get a second pair and just sew it to make the wings and then paint it so I have like a closet cosplay of my favorite Warframe, which is Titania. Or I could do Ureli, but my main is Titania. Just so I could walk around with that. If you saw my part, I think it's in my part 2 video, they're 2 different sizes, so I'm wearing those long ones. This is going to be at night, one of the nights. And then my friend Frankie, they're wearing the short ones, so you can see the different sizes just to see which one you like and don't like. I'm laughing because I went back to this vendor so many times. I purchased some glitter from Uniglitter. I purchased a lot of glitter from Uniglitter. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it. I'll put the shade names next to the different swatches that I dragged my boyfriend into doing with me. But the thing I really like about Uniglitter, even though it's not biodegradable glitter, not litter, I have a cat, I'm sorry. Even though it's not biodegradable glitter, it's still recyclable. It's really hard for glitter companies to do biodegradable glitter, and I'd love to support companies that do. But at least for them, these happen to be recyclable. So if you are able to get a lint roller that is, I don't know if all of them are recyclable, but I mean, I assume most of them should, or all of them should be. Just double check because you don't want to recycle the wrong type of material. It comes off really easy with the lint roller. You fold it up as you do it so that it doesn't get everywhere when you take it off your skin. And you just recycle it, so at least you're helping the environment in some small way. I heard that they use aloe vera for their mixture. I don't know. I didn't really look it up. They didn't say that. Someone told that to me, so that could be completely wrong. And if it is, I'm sorry. But I really liked all the different shades and shimmers they had. They have UV reactive ones. I'm really sad that I didn't get one called Vixen. It was this beautiful red. I did get a red, but it's not that red. And it had little hearts in it. And I just really want, I don't know, I might, if they still have it online, I might buy it. I don't know, I can't really spend any more money. I spent too much money at MetroCon, which I don't regret. It's been a while since I've been at a Ren fair or at a convention, obviously. And I'm not going to one anytime soon now because Florida. So I don't feel bad about spending the amount of money I did, but it definitely means I can't afford anything for a while. And probably not until after my thru hike, because I still don't have enough money for my thru hike. So there's that. But I loved Uniglitter. Great people. I loved being around them and talking to them. Loved their glitter. I was very happy. My friend pointed me to them when I went up to them and said hello. Speaking of stores that my friends were recommending that we go to, a lot of the people that work MetroCon volunteer there, and a lot of the people that go came up to Nick and I and were like, hey, you need to go to this store. They're called Store Frontier. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the store, or I don't know the name of the guy who runs the store, but his stuff is super cool. He does all of his own artwork. He has a lot of D&D stuff, so I didn't get anything, because I cannot sit through a D&D game very well because I have attention problems. So I am going to actually try out a new format on TikTok with my friend, the TikTok Dungeon Master, to see if that works, if it will help my multimedia LARP that I want to do after I get back from my thru hikes. I kind of consider that research, but as it stands, I'm not really good with D&D, even though I love it. But he has D&D shirts, the alignments, different classes, the different dragons. So Nick got this shirt, and he gave Nick a pen too, I think as like a remember that you ordered this. I'm not really sure. Or the guy was just really nice. I don't know. The artwork is so beautiful. This shirt, I personally wouldn't wear it. I have very big like texture, I don't know what to call it, but like I'll freak out if like the wrong texture touches me. So I know I won't be able to wear this. It's not bad. It's like a thick cotton. Like not like thick as in like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be hot to wear, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap material. And I can already tell it'll breathe, just because I know fiber very well. So this will breathe and it'll be really good. Nick likes it enough. I can't wear it, but he has been wearing it and he loves it, and the design is amazing and the guy is nice. And I've never heard any store at all be recommended to us by so many different types of people. Not the same group of people where you kind of get that group mentality of like, oh, check out this hot new store. No, different groups of people were like, you need to go buy stuff from this guy. Not only is he really nice, and I love supporting nice businesses, his stuff is great. And of course I had to go to Surreal Makeup. I almost didn't go this year. I don't actually like Surreal Makeup. I know this is going to be like a big controversy for my friends. Because I have friends who love Surreal Makeup. Like they will live and die by that brand. And I do like Surreal Makeup as like a topper or like a highlighter, but I find that the packaging isn't great. My makeup bag is full of Surreal Makeup powder, and it's not because I like shuffle it around, like even just like the stationary stuff, like the lid just comes loose even if you just do like one toothpick hole, which admittedly the one that's worse is the one that I didn't know what to do and I took off the whole like plastic thing, so of course it went everywhere. But even the new one I had that I just did one toothpick after my friend told me how to do that, it transfers, it has a lot of fallout, like it's just not for me, and I was gonna skip it this year because I already have quite a lot of Surreal Makeup, and I just didn't want to waste the money on products that honestly wasted itself, as it goes everywhere and just gets everywhere and isn't very neat. But Nick really wanted some Surreal, and my friend Stephanie was like, oh, you have to go and get the Surreal Makeup Mama's Awesome Sauce? Mama's Surreal's Awesome Sauce. It's absolutely amazing. And I was like, okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, I'll check that out. And when I got there, I was talking to the lady, I was like, hey, do you have any of the Mama Surreal's Awesome Sauce? Because I really would like some. And then, of course, Nick was looking at the colors for him as well, for his LARP character. And she's like, yeah, and let me show you what it does. And this stuff fixes all but the packaging problems I have with Surreal Makeup. She tested it on my skin. It didn't have as much fallout, first off, as soon as you put this sauce on it. But then also it turned it into more of their cream. They now have like a cream formula. It turned more of a cream, which stops the transfer. Like, I went like this, and only like a little bit came off, and I was like, this is amazing. And yes, I would very much like that, because, like, not only does it fix the Surreal Makeup that dry out, because there's problems with the packaging, it'll also dry out. So it not only will it fix that, it also fixes like the transference, helps with the fallout if you're able to get it on the liquid in time. Like, if you buy Surreal Makeup and you don't buy the cream, and you buy like the loose powder, I recommend that you also buy this. Otherwise, it's going to be all over the place. I also heard from Stephanie that they have updated their packaging, so now it's not as loose. I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. I'm really excited because honestly, I truly love the vibrancy of the shade, how you don't need that much to put on. Like, I'm not wearing Surreal Makeup right now. I'm wearing Tart, and like, it's not very vibrant. But and I used a lot to put it on my eyes. But if I use the Surreal Makeup, oof, it will pop. So I'm excited that I can finally begin to use it. I hope those lip problems are fixed, like she said. And Stephanie isn't a person to lie or overinflate anything. She's a very like, this is how it is. So I trust her, and that makes me excited. I wish I could transfer my old Surreal stuff into different containers, which I might do. I'm not sure. That sounds very messy and kind of scares me. Ooh, the next two are from this place called WabiiWorks, and I love this because Nick and I got into Demon Slayer, which is an amazing anime, and I'm obsessed. So Nick got a Tanjiro tumbler, and I got the Insect Demon Slayer tumbler. So it has the two Ashiras, Insect Ashiras, and then I forget what the girl's name. Kamine, maybe? No, I think that's wrong. It has her on here as well, and it is just absolutely beautiful. The thing I like about these cups is I put ice in this, and the next day almost the same level of ice was in it, which even in Florida in the AC, that's incredible. I needed a new, that's the pen, I needed a new cup for work, for water, because my old one, I just had used it too much. So even though I bleached and did a bunch of other stuff, like bacteria would grow very quickly in it. So I was like, no. So I have a new one now. It definitely is another reuse, and also like it has like, if you put hot stuff in here, it has a place to vent it out. And I'm very klutzy. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm klutzy, and it doesn't spill easily. So that's a win-win-win for me, and I love it, and I think it's well worth the money. I think they were like $70-ish. Definitely worth it. The images are amazing. They lined them up well going on it. It is hand wash only because of the images, but that's not a problem. We hand wash everything anyways. So this one, I'm a little bit disappointed by this next one. Not because of the person, I'm disappointed in myself. So this next one is Sasha Kim. I'm disappointed because when I was looking at her store, I saw she's actually a digital artist. I didn't notice it because I was very hyper focused on the jewelry she had for sale. So she had these like chocolate covered white, normal chocolate covered strawberry earrings, which I don't know what it is. I don't even have a Lolita JSK or OP that has strawberries on it, but I'm starting to collect a lot of strawberry stuff, so I feel like that's a sign that I need to get a strawberry JSK. Oh my god, can you imagine a strawberry bag? Man, I wish I had money to spend on that. But it's so cute, And then the other thing I got, this one came off the ring, which is not surprising, not because I think the person doesn't use quality stuff, but because it's Florida and things fall off. So I'm gonna use some stronger glue that's better for Florida heat on this. And it's like this really cute little like tart almost with little strawberries in it too. I actually wore this to the Lolita fashion show and I freaked out a little bit. So there's this huge scam in the Lolita community about somebody was selling, or maybe it was a couple people, I'm not too familiar with the scandal, but the scam was somebody was selling fruit and candy looking jewelry, except it wasn't fruit and candy looking jewelry. They are actually selling fruit they turned and candy they turned into jewelry, which is disgusting, and of course it like deteriorated. So when I put this on, I immediately smelled like sweet stuff and I was like, oh no. Did I just buy food that looks like that is turned into jewelry? Because it looks really realistic, like this whipped topping is kind of squishy. And I just stared at it and then I was like, no, it can't be. So like I licked it. I don't ever do that. My mom's a science teacher, she'd be going insane if she heard that I just licked something. I didn't know what it was, but I licked it. I was like, okay, no, it's not, so we're good. We're good. I really wish I would have seen those prints from this vendor because the prints I saw online were gorgeous. And I get a little bit of like a sneak peek on the back because it's just absolutely incredible artwork. And now for the soap. I don't physically have the soap here because this has been, when I say the weeks, I mean I think it's been a month since MetroCon, so I gave the soap back to Nick after hijacking it for so long. I just went and took these other stuff from him to show you. But I do have close-ups of the soap. Nick is as much of a Zelda fan as I am, so when he saw, and he also loves soaps, handmade lotions. Anytime I go somewhere I try to find something handmade and like a scent he'd like. It's like his thing. I like very cute things. He likes soap and lotion. So it was a little green rupee from the Zelda video game series, and it was just like so cute. Nick had to have it. He did go around and looked at all the soaps. He's like, if I'm gonna buy anything this year, it's gonna be soap. So we did look at all the soaps. There weren't a lot of soaps, and he picked that one. So that was from Miss Freya's Apothecary. Miss Freya's Apothecary also shared a booth with the mask vendor that I showed you earlier, the mask, which is either the Moshi Melon or the Rep 1993. I don't know which one. I tried looking for masks online at both of these vendors. Miss Freya said that the mask came from one of the other people at their booth. I wish I could tell you which one it is. I don't know because I can't find it. But it is definitely one of those two. Both of them have really cool artwork, so I would absolutely still check them out. On Saturday, right after the fashion show, actually all day, that's a lie, all day, not right after the fashion show, but right after the fashion shows when I could do something about it, I was hot. Like the only day that wasn't hot was Friday evening. Every other day it was hot, it was humid, it was typical Florida weather. So I was like, I need to get out of these clothes. And I didn't bring a change of clothes. I mean, like I know Fiverr very well, like I mentioned, and I knew that the shirt that I had purchased, which was from Devil Inspired, which is a reseller for a bunch of Taobao brands, and I don't remember the name of the vendor that actually made the shirt, but it is synthetic. And not like the synthetic that is made to breathe easily. No, this is like, I wish I was in cotton, I wish I was in linen, hell I'd even choose wool at this point because I'm dying inside this blouse. So luckily I found this vendor named Prismatic, what are they called? Prismatic Fanatic, and I'm once again sad. I need to like spend more time at vendor stalls to like actually see things. Because I didn't realize Prismatic Fanatic made things. I thought they were just a reseller of cute things, but when I was looking online, I was like, oh, they make things. I wish I would have paid more attention. I'd much rather buy somebody's handmade items if they're selling their handmade or they're a reseller. I don't have any problems with resellers, but if they're handmaking something, I'd rather buy something they handmade. But that's fine because I love everything I got. So I got a completely new outfit. I got these socks, which I thought were purple, and I'm sure they look purple now, but outside they're pink, which is okay, which means I can probably get away with wearing them to different JSKs for Lolita. I got this one size fits all shirt, which gives me a little bit of like hope that it'll actually fit multiple sizes, because it's like very stretchy and it's very comfortable and soft. It has that like little milk logo thing that you see on a lot of Japanese things that foreigners will buy. And also this holographic skirt, which is really cute. I'm trying to get a cuter wardrobe because I just have old clothes and thrift store clothes, so I'd like something cute to wear on the everyday like this. I got this outfit and I love it, but this is a large. This is a large. I do not wear a large, so if you are going to be buying any of the reselled shirts, as I'm fairly certain they didn't make this looking at the tag, just know that this is a large. I'm typically a small or extra small, so yeah. But I also got a little hair bow thing, which I want to get more hair bows anyways, as I love the look. I look cute. I know that I look absolutely cute and adorable in this. And then also like this cute, almost silky scrunchie. I have very long hair, so unless I'm doing jujitsu, which I can't do now because of freaking Florida and the panini, so yeah, I don't wear hair ties anymore if I can help it. It breaks long hair like it's nothing. So I either put my hair up in a little like alligator clip, or I'll use a scrunchie, or I'll use a hair stick, because I need to protect my hair. But what I really liked about this stuff is it was actually like very cheap and like relative. Again, this is relative to the convention, and the person was just so nice. Like, so nice. I also got, I don't have this written down anywhere because I don't know who sold this. So the Lolita, Central Florida Lolita Collective had a booth there, and I think they were having like people bring in your old stuff, or maybe people were buying new stuff and they were selling it through the Lolita Collective booth. But as far as I know, the Central Florida Lolita Collective, CFLC, or maybe it's CFLS, Central Florida Lolita Society, doesn't have a website of like reselling things. But I needed new socks, and these are perfect because they match my blouse perfectly. It's like that same gold that's on the trim of my blouse. And I needed more neutral socks, so I was happy with that. Those are over the knee. The brand says Enchanted Dream Couture. I'm going to assume it's a Taobao brand. I really want some more Taobao pieces. I just wish I understood how to use Taobao a little bit better. Many people have tried to show me, but I get really stressed out easily, so it doesn't work out. But they have a lot of cute things on Taobao, and I want more stuff. This, I have no idea. This is another one I have no idea at all who made these, what the store is. We paid cash, so I can't go back and look at my past bill. But they're really cute. I actually wore this one to the fashion show. I really want more. If you know this vendor, please let me know in the comments, because I loved the stuff that they had for sale, and I could only afford these hearts, which I love, don't get me wrong, but that was all I could afford. I'm gonna put that there. I don't even know if it looks good. I can't see myself to see if it looks okay, so I might look silly the rest of the video, and that's okay. So I believe that was everything. Oh, I also went to this was like an impulse buy. I don't know the name of the store. It was this older guy who was just very happy to be selling things. I couldn't really communicate with him because he didn't really know English, but it was this mystery bag. So a little bit of a confession. I think mystery bags, mystery boxes, I think they're all like, I don't want to say a scam, but it's really worth it, because unless you're like an avid collector, you're going to buy things that you don't need. I mean, sure, the value may be worth it. Like, you may spend $50. This was not $50. This was like $10 or $15. You may spend $50 to get $75 worth of stuff. Yeah, that's great, but do you need everything that's in it? So I also have a problem where I like opening things that are a mystery, which means I often buy things that I think are useless, like this. But it's still fun to me, and I'm just gonna find friends to give these items to. Nick bought this for me. So in here, there were these really nice postcards. This is Sword Art Online. I love Sword Art Online. I know people hate it. Yes, I understand it's a bad anime. I don't care. I don't care, okay? I love the anime, so. It also had these coloring pages. It was just line art, and then you can kind of see what to color it based off of here. I would probably do photocopies of these if I was coloring it, just so I could reuse more of it. But that concludes everything I did buy. Apparently there were 2 charges on my card that I don't remember buying anything. I don't have anything for it, so I don't know what those charges were. I know I bought from the crate place, but I found that charge. Nick bought the parking ticket and food for most of the days. So I don't know what those 2 charges were. If I end up finding something that I had purchased and just completely forgot about, which is totally possible. I'm looking around as if it's just gonna like materialize. I will definitely update you guys, but I don't think so. So that's everything I purchased. There were 2 more booths that I went to. Didn't buy anything. And as you can guess, I regretted it. The first one was Alienphant, which again, I was so hyper fixated on one thing, which was this really cute pink beret with this really cute cat ears. It was either like a white to pink or a white to purple little cat ears sticking out of it. I didn't see anything else, but I looked online, and they're actually like a fiber optics clothing, and like their stuff is really, 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 really cool to look at. But I want that beret. They have like little horns, little like deer antlers, and little cat ears on like beanies. That's what they're called. I don't wear beanies. And berets, they have it depends on what stock they have available, what they have. But I would definitely check out Alienphant. And then the other place that I went to, which I was attracted to this booth because the person had just like the most adorable coordinate for Lolita, was called Whimsy Kei, or maybe Whimsy Kai. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce it. But the stuff there was just so cute. I didn't have the money to buy anything, obviously, otherwise I would have bought something. But there were these earrings I was looking at. They're like kind of like dangle earrings, and it was like a crescent moon, and it was just, it was so cute. So please go check out those stores. I don't have any of the products to show how it actually is, but yeah, cute stuff. If you have any questions about any of the things that I bought, if you wanted to know how well they hold up, I'm more than happy to give you a completely honest and maybe even a little bit too brutal of my opinion and review of it. I hope you enjoyed my 3-part MetroCon series. I did try to make it 2 parts, but there was just too much great stuff. I'm mostly doing this channel for myself to remember things by, so I was like, I could cut it down and probably make it easier to consume for other people, or I could keep it and make myself happy in 6 months when I completely forget I went to MetroCon to begin with. So that's why it is, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. I also saw a lot of friends there, and I'll put clips of my friends and who I love. I didn't get to capture all of my friends, there was just too many, because this was the first time people were able to go out, so almost everybody was there. But the people I did capture, I love you, and the people that I didn't get a chance to capture, know that I love you too. I love you all equally. You're all amazing, and I'm so glad I got to see you. It made my heart and soul so happy to see you guys and be around you guys. Another thing that I liked about the convention on the topic of friends and seeing friends is they had safety precautions in place where you have to be masked unless you have a vaccine, and even still in most cases a lot of people still just wore a mask, which was great, but they gave you vaccination stickers and you had to show proof of vaccination, which is not against HIPAA. Oh my gosh. some people don't understand how regulations and laws work. But I was really happy they did that, and they didn't just ignore the fact that there is a pandemic going on. Yes, I broke the P word and said pandemic, like a lot of people in Florida are doing. So please, 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 if you're a LARPer, if you don't have to have an event and you can have it virtually, please just do it virtually. I understand some LARPs can't do LARPs virtually, so my LARP, we can. The Guru LARP I go to, which is like a werewolf, it's almost like a tabletop LARP, because there's no like physical combat in it, which is why we can do it virtually. We resolve everything with like a chop, and we call it Chopbot, that someone made up north. But please consider and reconsider having a LARP event. There are other ways to engage with your community than just having an event in the middle of a pandemic, especially with the numbers are as they are. So this is my plea to you, to please reconsider. This is very serious, and it's not just death you're looking at, it's everything that you could be affected by it long term. So please, please, please. But what you have to look forward to is I will be starting a new series called LARP Controversy. And it's going to be a fun series. I'm going to have my friends Nick Novotny and hopefully some other people. He was just the only person I was able to convince to come on with me, to share LARP opinions that are controversial hot takes, which some of them shouldn't be hot takes to begin with. So I'm going to start off the series with, this is the segment where I say things that you hate. I encourage people to have discussions down in the comments of each of those videos on topic. Please be nice to each other. I don't know if YouTube can delete comments or not, but if I do see anybody going above the line and I have the ability to delete, I will delete you and feel no sorrow for it. So keep that in mind. I have no problem deleting all of the comments on a video if you guys start attacking each other. That is not why I want to start this series. It's supposed to help induce conversations to help everybody. Sorry, my cat just came up to me and now it's distracting me. So please keep an eye out for that. I will also plan on talking about other LARP stuff. So I plan on doing a costuming video, not like the how to find cheap LARP clothes, because I feel like there's so many different sources out on YouTube, so many different sources out for blogs about where to find cheap costumes. That's not what I'm going to be talking about. I can if people are interested. I do have and am able to find costumes pieces for very cheap. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I will be talking about more like how to make things so you can use them between LARPs, use them between characters in the same LARP, your basic necessities, like what to look for in your basic necessities, which are, by the way, a tunic, pants, and a belt. That's all you need in terms of genre for almost any LARP out there. But I will go into more detail about that and why I picked those 3 items, about the first 3 things that you should start with when you're looking at genre and LARP costuming. But until then, it was great talking to you, and I hope you have a fantastic time and that you too are able to get as much fun and excitement inside as I have been with all of the virtual things that I have been doing. MetroCon aside, because I would not have gone, most likely, very likely, if it was this bad back at MetroCon. Take care.